Bob Melvin going back to the Giants, where he played for Roger Craig and had a great association with the brand. According to Alex Pavlovic, Bob Melvin signed through 2026, and Greg Johnson just announced that Farhan Zaidi will be extended through that same year. Both previously had contracts expiring next year. Melvin's contract was in San Diego, expiring. Highly unusual. I mean, John Farrell kind of switched uniforms within the same division. Bob Melvin is bringing all of his intel, all of his know-how from the Padres to a division rival up the coast. This is pretty strange times here, Cliff.
Yeah, this is different. And I think the biggest thing is, I mean, you just heard him speak about, like, you know, he's familiar. He understands, like, he's been there. He understands, you know, where they're going. And I think that speaks to being comfortable and going there and having, you know, that interview and saying, yeah, this is where I want to be, right? This is where I want to be. And I don't know what happened in San Diego, and I don't think anybody can speak on other than what we've heard, you know, and that's speculation. But one thing I do know is they didn't win in San Diego. I'm wondering what happens now in San Fran, right? Because that team has to sign something or somebody this offseason to change the whole, you know, situation there. Look, they're a decent team. We saw them a couple years ago win over 100 games, but that don't happen every year if you don't have the same type of roster of guys that can go out there and do what we saw them do that year. How did you get them back in a position to win, DP? I think that's the biggest thing, because you don't just sign a manager to have them there. You sign them to get the team back on track.
Yeah, you know that old theory where there's smoke, there's fire. We had been hearing that the relationship between he and A.J. Preller was kind of tarnished. Well, if this doesn't pretty much tell you that's what happened, because when you're leaving a situation what the Padres have, that's a very talented roster. They had a few hours north of San Francisco on a Giants team that was so good a couple of years ago. This year probably played a little bit over their skis up until the All-Star break. They don't have, you know, they're going to have to go out and spend some money. They're going to have to make some issues with some players, decide what they want to do. It looks like on paper they're a couple years away from winning, but what we saw with the Diamondbacks and with the Texas Rangers, both who lost 100 games a couple of years ago, just when you think a team is down and out, you sign the right couple of guys, all of a sudden you can make a quick turnaround.
Yeah.